Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be sewing one of my favorite patterns, the Halla Cozy Wrap cardigan. The pattern actually comes with a few options. There is a open front cardigan, a cross front cardigan, as well as a cross front sweater. I will be making the sweater option today. I love this option. I have 4 or 5 of them now. It's super cute, it's very flattering on, and it's also great for breastfeeding. I will leave the link to the pattern, and if the fabric is still in stock, I will drop the link to that as well. I have mine already cut out, so let's get started. Alright, so I have my pieces all cut out. I like to do all the prep work first, so I'm going to sew together my cowl piece, get my waistband and my cuffs ready as well. So with the cowl, you want to put it right sides together at the wider end. And sew that. Grab my pins. Set it aside, and then I'm going to come to my sewing machine and put I chose to do the tall cuffs, so I'm going to go ahead and put those right sides together. Waistband right sides together and sew it across the shorter end. Okay, then when I have the waistband, I'm going to go ahead and lay it out and clip the halfway point that I'll use here to line up with the side seams of the shirt. Okay, let me grab my shirt pieces here. So I'm going to take my back piece and open it up, right sides up. And I'm going to take my cross front pieces, right sides together. I'm going to make sure I'm matching up the arm skies so that I'm not attaching the wrong front piece to the wrong shoulder. So make sure the arm sky is on the same side. I'm going to go ahead and serge that together. And I'm going to take my other front piece, sew together at the other shoulder, right sides together. Now we're going to move on to our sleeves. Alright, so I have the front over to the left side here so that I can make sure I'm putting my sleeve on correctly. Okay, so I have the front is over here. I always mark my front with a dot. So I have, go this way. I marked the notch that marks up with the sewing machine. I cut a little notch there. And then I'm going to go ahead and pin corners. And line up the rest of that raw edges, right sides together. And this fabric is a brushed waffle from Millie Mae Fabrics. I am not sure if it's still in stock, but when I post the video I will look, and if it is I will link it. And I just chose to do the brushed side to the inside, so it's going to be super soft, cozy. Alright, get my other sleeve. Alright, again, the notch I cut matches up with the shoulder seam. In the corner, match up the rest. Alright, so let me go ahead and sew those sleeves on. Cowl piece. Well, first let me find the back. Alright, so I'm going to find the back. I'm going to lay that right sides up, and then I'm going to grab the cowl. We are going to fold this in half, wrong sides together, and that center back is going to be pinned, lined up with the center back of the back bodice piece. And I always like to pin the other end in place, so I'm going to follow down the swoop of the front bodice. Pin that other end of the cowl piece down there. The cowl piece, again, it's wrong sides together. And you're going to match that up along the neck of the back bodice and then that cross front neckline of the front bodice. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing for our other side. I'm going to go ahead and find the other end of the front bodice so that I can pin the other end of the wrap in place. And again, there's very minimal stretching of the cowl to fit the bodice neckline. Right, once you have that pinned in place, you can go ahead and attach that. Again, I am using my serger, but if you have just a sewing machine, you would just use a stretch stitch, so like the lightning bolt, zigzag, or triple stitch. For this next part that we're going to pin, I'm going to move over to my cutting table just so we can see it a little bit better. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and pin up the side seams. So we're going to start at the sleeve, right sides together. Matching up the raw edges. Alright, now because it's a cross front bodice, you're going to put whatever bodice you want to be on the top would go right sides against the back. And then you would put the other one on top of that. Okay, now go ahead and continue pinning down the side. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Then I'm going to take that over to my serger and serge that together. wristbands and our wrist cuff and our waistbands left. So here are our cuffs. I'm gonna fold them wrong sides together. Yeah, looks like I missed catching part of my cuff, so let me fix that real quick. Okay, so I'm going to take the cuff, and my shirt is still wrong side out. I'm going to slide the cuff into the sleeve, and I'll line up the seam of the cuff to the seam of the wrist. Go ahead and pin that, matching up the raw edges. Do the same thing with our other cuff. Just have our waistband. So earlier when I put the waistband together, I clipped the halfway point. So we're gonna fold it wrong sides together. And then the seam is going to go along the side seam on one side of the shirt. And then the point we clipped will line up with the other side of the shirt. Pin that, and remember your front is going to have 2 layers, so there will be 4 layers that you're matching up in the front, 2 of the waistband and 2 from the front bodice. And then on the back there'll just be 3 layers, 2 from the waistband and 1 from the back bodice. Gonna stretch to fit. Gonna stretch the waistband to fit. And sew that on. That is our shirt. So we turn it right side down so we can take a peek. There we have it. So pretty.